Hello and welcome to the channel. I'm going to be doing a quick unboxing and a very brief review on the iTechWorld 200 watt solar blanket kit and the iTechWorld PS11800 Pro, which is the portable power station. Yeah, as you can see, they are already opened. I have opened them up and used them on the weekend to give them a quick test so I could give a bit of information on how I found them. We've got the 200 watt solar blanket, what do they call it, with the raptor skin, from iTechWorld. Open the box and it's just basically the blanket in a box. Now what's really cool about this one is everything's contained. So it has its the stand is connected, they Velcro off, and that's the legs, which also have these little eyelets which you can peg in, which is really nice. And that's on each one of the panels. And it also has this integrated zip, which is really good. Everything fits in there. A nice long cable to charge what you're charging, and some alligator clips connected to Anderson plugs, your standard 50 amp ones. Instruction kit, if you're not sure how to use a solar panel. Another user manual, and a 20 amp charger if you don't have one, which is really nice. Quite good being 20 amp. And then inside, if you can see there, Anderson plug into the solar panel. Now that was pretty good. A little annoying trying to zip it up, keep everything in there with the Anderson plug out, but you do figure it out, it's not too bad. Something else I forgot to mention, which is really convenient, inside, stitched on in this sort of plastic material, so it doesn't matter if it gets wet, is all the details about the solar panel. So if you're not sure, or you forget, or you lose the information book, everything's on there, no matter where the solar panel goes. So the clips, opening up, it's really nice. It just has these really nice push clips. So click and pull, down it comes. And when you do it up, it can be a bit tight. It's really easy to loosen. Click it in and then pull it tight. Super easy. Unclip them and it just folds out. Now trying to get them the right way up, just remember that the little eyelets, they go down the bottom and it folds out. And you've got your solar blankets, and it just stands up. Can be a little bit finicky trying to get it all out at once, but it's not too hard. You got to click each one out, and it can get a little bit stuck, or a panel can fold down a little bit more, but it's really easy. It's like most blankets, I suppose. Using it, it did charge really nicely. I didn't run a multimeter or anything on it, but it was putting out the 200 watts, which I could see on the PS11800 Pro. But it's just a solar blanket. Does what it says. Has the charger, which is nice. It's got a nice long cable. I'm not sure how long it is, but it's nice and long. It folds together really easy and packs away nice and neat. The raptor skin is actually really good. I'm not sure what it's made out of, but it seems to be really sturdy, and I think that'll last pretty well. And this little case is really handy. Everything fits in there, even all the cords for the PS11800, all the cords for that fit in here nicely, so I can actually just take that box, the battery box, and I can take this, and I don't need anything extra. It's all in here, which is super handy. So I'll pack this away now and we'll have a look at the battery box. Okay, now it's time to review the iTechWorld PS11800 Pro portable power station. Some people call it a solar generator, power bank, whatever it may be. The reason I got this is we got a new car and I wanted to try out a portable system as opposed to the setup in my canopy, which is integrated within it and it's stuck in the canopy. I thought I might try this out and see how something portable goes. So unboxing, first thoughts are the foam and everything. The inserts that they've supported the battery with and protected it are actually really thick and dense, so it seems like a quality product. Everything's protected in there. You take off the top, there is a nice little bag with all the cables and things in there, and the user guide. So we'll get back to that. The foam, again, really thick, and it actually surprised me how small the unit was. So that's really thick and dense and protects the battery. Take that out. And the battery itself, way smaller than I expected. So I thought I'd get the dimensions. It is a smidge over 400 mil, so about 405 mil wide or deep, just under 220 wide, and the height just under 295. So quite a compact unit. It says, I believe, 17.5 kilos, so just under 18 kilos, which is reasonable. The best thing about this is it has, on AC, 1 hour to fully recharge. So that was a big selling point for me with this compared to the other brands out there. The 1 hour recharge really sold me. It probably takes a little bit longer than an hour. I did charge it fully. It does a boost charge for probably 50 minutes and then it slows down a little bit, and it probably takes another 20 till it's fully charged. But 80% is definitely at least 50 minutes. What the unit has available on it, apart from the display obviously, we've got a light. So don't be fooled, that's not, like I thought, the light of the display. There's actually a bright light there, so when you click it, it does go very bright. And then keep clicking and it does flashes and SOS and all that, so just be aware of that for the first time. Has a cigarette plug. All of us are familiar with that. Lifts up, easy. It also has 4 USBs. The handy thing about these, and another thing that sold me on this, is it actually has 100 watt USB-C. So 20 watt and 100 watt. Now the 100 watt means I can charge my computer or anything high powered without having to use the AC plugs. Also has 3.0 USBs, and forget what they are. I think it's 18 watt. So quite powerful USBs. They charge things really quickly, nice and easy. On the back, spin that around. On the back, you've got the extra battery ports, so you can actually triple the capacity of this. Maximum of 2, so you can only go up to, I think it's 360 amp hours. They have special plugs which come with the packs that go onto it, and you can plug 2 of them in. I don't think I'm going to need that, but this has been a handy system, so who knows, maybe I will upgrade eventually. But it's nice to know that it has the capacity to do that. You got your 2 AC plugs here, and the button here, switch to turn it on and off. So under here is all your charging. You've got your mains, the special plug they have, which goes to a Anderson plug and a cigarette plug. So you can charge that in your car or solar. I would be interested to know if the 50 amp solar works with your alternator, but I'm not sure about that. So I'm not sure if it's just a MPPT charging port or if you're able to plug your alternator into it and charge faster than the cigarette plug while you're driving. So that'll be something to look into. There's also the reset button for your AC. So if anything overloads, that's your breaker. It's a nice switch that clicks open and shuts, keeps it protected. So here's the screen. You got the days remaining, state of charge, input in watts, output in watts. Still haven't removed the protective cover. We'll see how long that lasts. And when you press things, cigarette lighter there, the old school smoking symbol when that lights up, pretty funny. Turn that off, it goes away. Turn the USB on, USB turns on. At the back, if I turn on the AC switch, it tells me the inverter's on, and it also tells me that it's at 50 Hertz. Whereas if we're in America or I don't know, wherever else uses it, 60 Hertz, that has the availability to change that. But in Australia, we just leave it on that, which was the default. The light, I won't shine that in your eyes, but you press that on, and there is a light symbol down there, and then the SOS, and a flashing, and then off. Or you just hold it down and it turns off. But really nice, clean, professional, and factory looking finish. And the casing is actually quite sturdy, nice grab handles. No tie down points, but these look sturdy enough that they would actually tie down quite nicely. I think that'll be all right. Something soft strap along there. They'll tie it down nice and neat. There's the parallel ports. And then under there is all the charging areas. Have a look at that. Big plug to plug it in. Yeah, it does say to leave 30 centimeters away from the side fans, which do turn on, particularly when you're charging with the high input of the AC. But I don't think it turned on when I used anything else with it, but I didn't draw anything substantial during the weekend. So what I do with this, and it's really handy if you get this package deal, all the cords and cables and everything are in there. I tuck everything off to one side, try and get it as neat as possible, and then I get the bag for the battery, and it should, or it did, if I got it neat enough, slide in there. It does make it a bit bulky, but it zips up really nicely. A bit hard with one hand, but that zips up nice. I'll just do that now and then show you. So it does zip up nicely. There it is right there in there. It is a bit bulky, but everything's in one spot, nice and easy. Solar blanket should go with the battery anyway, so nice and easy. Switch it off. Hold that button and it turns off. If you have nothing drawing from it, after a few minutes it will actually turn itself off, or at least the display will turn off. And then anytime you press something, it will turn on. Over the weekend, I used this for a number of things. We played the grand final on a projector, ran a little projector and a speaker with Google TV on there, and that worked flawlessly. That was the main reason I took it to use, and I actually ended up using it for way more things than I expected. I actually charged and jump-started a excavator. The battery on that was a bit flat and just needed a bit of juice to kick it over. I also charged a battery in my parents' Caravan, and I also charged my kid's electric bike. The batteries on that, they charged through that quite quickly, which was good. And a few other just random things, like having it portable, I found was super convenient, and I didn't think I would use it for as much as I did, but just having it out on the camp table as opposed to in the car or in the Caravan where it's a bit out of the way. Everything USB, everyone just came and plugged it into this and charged it. It was just super convenient. So I really like this. I would recommend it. If you can get a deal where you get these together, I would suggest to do it. Solar panels work quite well, and it gives you a little spot for all your cables and stuff to store in. Now this is only a quick little review. I'd obviously have to use it for for some more time to actually see if it's any good and its longevity and how the battery lasts in other conditions and hot and cold. But so far I'm really impressed with it. I would like to see how it goes running a fridge and a freezer and how long that actually lasts for. But I'll run it through its paces and give some updates if people want it. But early impressions are it's really good, particularly the portability. All right, thanks a lot guys, see you next time.